Hi, my name is Dylan and welcome to my BED100 research poster on an educator, Adam Goods. Adam Goods is a proud Australian Indigenous male. He was born on the 8th of January 1980 in South Australia. You may know him as the 2014 Australian of the Year, or you may also know him through the AFL as the 2 times Brownlow medalist for the Sydney Swans Football Club. So how has Adam contributed to educational thinking or practices? Well, he's massively spoken about racism and how it shouldn't be involved in today's society. He is a role model to all Australians and a huge role model to young Indigenous Australians. He has also started something called the Go Foundation with his former Sydney Swans Football Club teammate, Michael O'Loughlin. The Go Foundation gives scholarships to young Indigenous Australians to universities, schools and TAFE to make sure they're receiving the best education and succeeding expectations. What is significant about Adam's contribution? What he's done is become a role model to empower these young Indigenous Australians by being outspoken loudly in the public and being brave. He's taken a huge hit from the media when he injected a girl back in 2013 from the football game because she called him an ape. He then went on to speak in the press conference afterwards, saying that we shouldn't shame this girl, but we should educate her on racism and why it shouldn't be accepted in today's society. In what ways is his work relevant to Australia today? Well, he's given out 114 scholarships to young Indigenous Australians and making sure these kids who may live in remote communities or not be given the same opportunities are still having a chance to succeed and become the best versions of themselves. Adam Goods has now become a director of the Australian Literacy and Numeracy Foundation, so he's still very heavily involved in the education system. He then works that in with the Go Foundation to make sure these kids are getting a fair chance to succeed. He has also introduced anti-racism programs and also is heavily involved in the AFL round for the Indigenous round. Adam is now trying to make sure that everyone receives the same level of education and everyone is getting the same opportunities. And why is this significant to me as a future teacher? Is because I grew up in rural Australia in Exmouth, WA, and I want to make sure that when I get my opportunity to teach, I treat everyone as an equal, I give everyone the same opportunities, and I'm making sure these young Aboriginal kids are getting the best chance to be the best versions of themselves. Thank you for listening to my BED100 research poster about Adam Goods. I hope you enjoyed it.